20 common mistakes victim players are making right now. Grabbing 2 lockpicks. Yes, it sounds crazy when you first hear it, and I know, yes, you want to grab 2 so you don't have to go back and grab another one so you can just go through the doors. But when a family member approaches you and you don't have something to protect yourself, it's GG's, especially if you're Connie or Julie or Sonny, it's GG. So grab a lockpick, grab a bone shard, don't grab 2 lockpicks. Not being productive. This is a huge one. So many times I've seen just teammates just walking crouch just in the basement, not doing anything. Listen, if you want to play that way, if that's your play style to play stealth, do it. Hey, I'm not saying it's not possible to do, but at least be down in the basement chopping down all the bones and killing all the chickens and shit. Like, don't just be down there doing nothing. Like, there's many ways you can be productive. If you don't have the fuse, go open a box. If you know where the valve is, go put the valve on the valve tank. You don't have to turn it, just put it on the valve tank. Open a facility door, then go open up another door. Just be productive throughout the match. Don't find yourself just crouch walking, doing nothing with nothing in your inventory. You're just empty-handed. Unlocking 1 basement door. So this is another big one. I see a lot of players see one of their teammates unlocking a door and they just sit there and wait for their teammate to unlock the door. No, if you see somebody unlocking a door, go try to find another door to unlock. The more ways out, the more ways in is better for not only you, but for your team. Being selfish. So from my POV, this works in 2 ways. The first way is basically if you're around the map being productive, you doing a lot of objectives, but you're not letting anybody on your team know. If that's through game chat, voice chat, nothing. You're just doing everything solo, dolo. You're just not letting nobody know. Another reason of being selfish is not letting the stealth and proficiency characters get the tools they need early game and trying to rush to the toolbox just to be first. Making unnecessary noise. So this is only, I would say, early game. Players seem to do this, which they don't need to do. Just wait till Gramps wake up. As soon as Grandpa wake up, you can make all the noise you want, but don't screw your teammates over making noise, and then you got killers coming to the basement earlier than what some players thought, and now they're downstairs running from Hitchhiker and Johnny and don't even have a lockpick yet because you woke up Grandpa in the first 10 seconds of the game. Wasting perk charges. So I see a lot of people wasting their perks because when they equip them, they think they're Iron Man, the Flash. They want to take every chase early game because they got no cell and choose flight. Don't be that guy. If you have those perks, those are meant for the end game when you actually need them. Using exterior alarm doors. So I see a lot of new players and experienced players doing this. So exterior alarms, basically, for players who don't know, if you open up a main door like a sliding door or a gate that leads to somewhere else, it makes an indicator for the family to know. However, from the victim side, for you to know that it's an exterior alarm door, it doesn't give you a noise notification. So once you notice it doesn't give you a noise notification, don't use that door. Bad pacing. This is a huge one. So basically, when the team is doing a lot of work and then you got that one player who's still playing stealth, not realizing that the whole team is applying pressure right now and they need to start applying pressure and changing up their speed. And then vice versa. It's times where you have to play fast and then you have to slow down because family comes over near your location or it's things of that nature. So bad pacing is a huge one. Learn when to play stealth. Learn when to apply pressure. Not having a plan B. This is a huge one too. Always have a plan B. Never only have one route, one path, one goal, one escape route. Always apply pressure to multiple escapes. It just puts pressure on the family team. If you're just pressuring the fuse box, it's not going to be hard to just camp the fuse box with the family. But if you put the valve tank on, put the fuse in the fuse box, and you unlock some doors around the map, it's going to be very hard for the family to pinpoint your location or even pinpoint which exit you're going to use. Not adapting to the family. So not adapting to the family could be any family member, not just one. By example, if you're playing versus a cook, don't be just running around everywhere making noise. Have that in mind that he is listening. If you're going versus a hitchhiker or a Nancy, make sure you look through the wall gaps, the cross spaces for traps. Make sure you look in the grass for hitchhiker's traps. And if you're going versus a sissy, make sure you look at objects before you pick them up, such as health bottles, fuses, valves, so that you can see if it's poison or not, because it shows if it's poison or not. You don't need a perk for that. So just make sure you adapt to every family member. Empty inventory. This can crazily improve your chances of escaping. Never have an empty inventory. Always keep something in your slots, no matter what it is. If you got a lockpick and a bone shard, then you unlock a door and you lose your lockpick, go back and get another lockpick, so that you always have 2 things in your inventory. If it's a health and a bone shard, 2 bone shards, a health and a lockpick, just always make sure you got 2 things in your inventory. Not 1, not 0, 2. Crouch walking in the basement. Sheesh. Do I even gotta say why this is a problem? Just don't do it. Don't do it. Not stabbing grandpa. This is a huge one. Cause not only is this a distraction, one of the biggest distractions, it also drops grandpa's level. So don't wait until it's too late, until he level 4 and maximum at 5 to stab him. Stab him early, so that the team is already distraught and gotta get more blood and gotta focus more on leveling them up. Not using your mic or game chat. Either one works. But this is probably the biggest problem in TCM, is the communication, the comms. And believe it or not, when you got comms in this game, it's actually a game changer. This is probably the biggest game changer. Gotta be. It's not really a family sided or victim sided game. It's really a communication sided game. Whoever has communication wins. So if you can type in chat. If you can turn on your mic. It's 2024. Everybody got a mic, so that's not an excuse anymore. Waking up grandpa too early. This is another big one. You don't gotta wake up grandpa early. Like, come on, don't be that guy. Especially if you playing solo. If you playing with a group of people and y'all don't care, hey, wake them up. But if you solo queuing, try to be respectful to other people. Some people don't want Johnny rushing the basement early in the first 10 seconds. So yeah, try not to wake grandpa up early if you're solo queuing, just out of the respect of the other players. The wrong perks equipped. Don't be that guy running strength perks on Leland, proficiency perks on Connie, bomb squad, and there's not even a hitchhiker or a Nancy. No sale, and you're not even going versus Leatherface. Don't be that guy. Make sure you know which perks you're coming into the game with. Lack of confidence. It's so easy to forget the other side of them characters, just like you. Like, they sitting in their room, heart pounding, trying to outsmart and outmaneuver the victims. Like, so don't get into your head too much thinking that these killers are just top tier. They're nervous just like you're nervous. Not taking risks for the team. Okay, a lot of people is scared to take the risk because they don't want to die. I want y'all to know, you're not always going to get a 4-man out. Sometimes you're just going to be the one that get out. Sometimes you're going to have to sacrifice for your team to get out. That's just what comes to these ASIM games. You never know. So take risks. Don't be afraid to take risks. If you got the fuse and the fuse box is open, just go rush, put it in there, unlock a field teammate so they can go. If they escape, that's a win for you. You live in spirit through them. So hey, don't be scared of taking risks. That's what this game is all about, taking risks. And not playing as the family has to be the biggest mistake most players are making right now. Playing as the killers, playing as the family, and TCM isn't just about being an antagonist. It's an opportunity to enhance your victim skills, gain valuable information, and become an all-around better player, whether it's you're playing victim or you're playing the family. And remember that the skills that you acquire on one side can significantly impact your performance on the other side. So that's 20 common mistakes that victim players from beginners to experienced players do that I commonly see in my games that I play. Your games might be different. If you got other common mistakes that you see, comment them below. I want to know common mistakes that every player makes so we can all fix them together. I'm out.